On February 12th, the 2010 Winter Olympics commenced in Vancouver. While many people are happy about this, by no means is it all-inclusive.
The one word I think I feel more than even rage is very sad when I think of the Olympics.
Disempowered. Grinding.
The Surrey Urban Youth Project hosted a forum called What Gives at the Klahowya Aboriginal Centre. What Gives was centred around giving voice to those in the community of Surrey as to what they thought of the Winter Games.
Now taking on a more community building capacity work that we're now doing with this conversations around the Olympics, because it is a real issue. It is a strong issue that the community of Surrey is not able to talk about. It's situated at an area called the Whalley area, where a lot of marginalized people, a lot of low-income families access. I mean, Night Shift is there. It's a feeding program for homeless people. The Surrey Food Bank is situated close to the location, the events location. And these are the spaces that these people access. What Gives is a community forum. It's an art space forum, which is what Surrey Urban Youth Project is rooted in. What Gives has three components. The first component is a discussion, a wide discussion among the participants. And we're also using arts by creating mural and expressing what people feel and how people feel about the Olympics.
What Gives focused on a number of topics: human displacement and housing, as well as security costs and human rights concerns.
We've got a mayor in Surrey who's really pushing development. She wants to turn Whalley into the second downtown in the Lower Mainland. All these condo towers going up. These condo towers are for homeowners. You have to buy a unit. You cannot rent a unit. You have to buy one. So you have to have a pretty good income. And it's not meeting the needs of the existing community here in Surrey. They evicted all the people so that they could renovate. This is the thing that's happened all over the Lower Mainland. It's called renovictions. I was paying $5.80. I went because I saw the ads when they were finished, their renovations, that they were trying to rent everything out again. I went like pretending to be wanting to rent a suite, and I actually saw my old suite, and it was now, what was it, 900 and something. It had gone up like $400.
If they tear those down and build a subdivision, that's going to displace hundreds of people, and they're still going to be able to make, enough money on it to make it valuable. So we're trying to oppose that and say that these places, any affordable housing should be preserved.
Because once it's gone, Like, it does not come back. Like, it's not like a plant that grows back next spring.
Excessive spending on, let's say, security matters, or for the opening ceremonies, or for the closing ceremonies. Those are millions and millions of dollars that are being used in a really extravagant way. I mean, if we can all imagine like $1 million, $2 million of those, and put it into housing, or put it into arts programming, put it into cultural programming, that'll be money better spent.
In addition, people also made their thoughts known regarding the Olympic Games.
I think the Olympics are a challenge more than anything. I think because it's like it's a time when it's like many people in the community think that it's an opportunity, but suddenly they start to realize that it's becoming a challenge for their own livelihood. There is all this big propaganda saying that it's a great opportunity and there is jobs and this and that, but when you start thinking about it, the jobs are going to last 2 weeks.
And we're going to be paying for it for years, and the school roofs are still going to be leaking when it's over. So,
what are you looking for out of the Olympics? What will the Olympics Games mean for you?
Oh, I'm just looking to avoid it. I would rather see, I guess the phrase is bread, not circuses. So that's why I'm here today, and I'm hoping that more folks in Surrey are going to stand up and say that these concerns and the cost that overruns that are happening are not acceptable, and that the corporations that have come in to make all this money on this need to stand up and pay for the overruns themselves. The costs are being made public, but all the profits are being privatized.
People's views on the Olympic Games have changed over time as well.
when I was 12 and we were bidding on the games and we were going to win them, I was really excited. I didn't know then what I know now about how it negatively impacts others, and so I wish it could have been run differently. I mean, until a couple years ago, I was under the impression that it was the city putting on the games and a separate committee putting on the games and having such an effect on the laws of the city. I sort of feel weird about, but for me personally, the games have a positive impact, which again I feel kind of weird about because I know how they have a negative impact on other people, but I think long term, I don't know, there's just so many different factors.
I'm told that the Olympics are good for the economy, but what I don't understand is why you care more about that than me and my family. You're happy because people are coming and got money to pay and watch our athletes, and I'm just jealous because they look real good with Nikes on their feet. Plus, I've been reading the weather report and I just thought you should know. It doesn't even look like there's enough snow.
This life we live is under so much pressure. Man, we can't even find money under the dresser. We think it's good to bring people here, but obviously that isn't clear. Vancouver screwed up with the homeless who can't care, because they didn't even get their fair share.
Opinions, you. I'm straight up objecting. I will speak for my people you are subjecting. Economy don't mean people in hunger are dying. We got money, you're just spending it, so stop your damn lying. There are people lining the streets for a meal because it's free. And when I see their tattered clothes despite the cold, I get angry. The mayor just released news on a brand new Olympic building, and I'm just pissed off because no one asked them how they're feeling.
The Olympics are insane, it's taking effect to my brain. All these people are in pain. The Olympics obviously aren't my game. There's nothing we can do to take us out of the blue, but if I can share with you all the things we wish we could do.